folks, Cody here with IronVerse Comics, doing another IronVerse Quickies, this time on Sunchild #1 from BMR Comics. Yeah, a little further. There you go, full shot of that. Pretty neat cover. As usual, a little context on this book. It's from the good folks at BMR Comics. We've also brought you Demon Hunter Raven, whose Quickies you can check out on the channel as well. It's part of a shared universe as far as I can tell. I do know these folks and I respect what they're after. But, as always, the work must stand alone. Sunchild is a brisk read. The pacing is fast and it never bogs itself down in anything. The art, though loose, does a good job telling the story, and neither the writing nor the art ever gets in the way of the storytelling. There are a few little mistakes, in fact, just two of them. One here, An instead of A, An unconventional. And then there was another one that was something really tiny like that. I didn't mark it and I should have. But it was something of that note. It was just a small thing. It was a good way to kind of see some of the artistry for sure. It did stick out to me though. I just don't... I'm not 100% sure where that was. But it was something easily. There was one more in here. That was something like that. A spelling mistake or a grammatical error, right? One more editing pass with a fresh pair of eyes probably would have caught that. It was enough to take me out, right? So I would go through it and check it again. When you work in comics, I've had my books go through 10 or 15 people and beta readers and still end up with mistakes at print, right? It's something that happens. But I think it's always good to remind yourself as you're going through your works to try your best not to let your brain fill in things that may not be there, right? That's something that's happened many times with my own work. But that was like the main negative of the whole thing, right? It's just one I believe it was a grammatical mistake in there. And then at the beginning, that "and," right, where it's trying to give you the synopsis, right? Not biggies. There's not much meat to sink into here, but I'll try and kind of cover what it's doing. It seems there's a shadowy organization stealing people for an unknown purpose. Sunchild goes after a friend that was caught by these folks, and we end up seeing he's a man of some skill as he takes down some demons. It also seems that his sister is involved somehow. We have a short mini-comic at the end that involves kind of introducing his sister, and we see her for a page in the main story. And that really is the meat of it. Again, it's good that it doesn't linger or force anything to happen, right? It's not trying to shove a bunch of unnecessary bits in there. So it feels natural, but it certainly needs more issues to really hit home with what it's working on, which I'm still not sure of by issue 1. I think it's a solid entry to a very solid foundation they have at BMR Comics. I recommend going to their website, bmrcomics.com, and I'll definitely be picking up issue number 2 to see where it's going. But that'll do it for me, folks. I totally recommend you check these out, and check out the other Quickies from BMR Comics. I believe there's at least 2 issues of Demon Hunter Raven on there. And I'll catch you on that rusty IronVerse Comics trail, folks. You take care.